Hey everyone, and welcome to the course. This is Labor Economics, Spring 2019, Temple University. My name is Professor Joe Shin, and I will be the instructor for the course. The goal of this video is to give you a good overview of the course, what to expect. We'll go briefly through the syllabus, and I'll run you through everything on Canvas. Now, because this course is being administered completely online, it can be a little bit tough to get all the information across early on, and so if you have any questions at any time, feel free to reach out either through office hours or email. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. So let's go ahead and start taking a look around. So here we have the main course on Canvas, and you'll notice a couple different parts here. You have the home page, which is going to have the different modules for the weeks. The syllabus is going to have things and when they're due. Oops, that's not correct. The final exam is not due on the 8th, but by the time you see this, it won't be there. The different modules is going to be similar to the home page, assignments and so forth. So the first module you're going to see here is the course overview and information. There's going to be a couple things in here. The course intro video, which you are watching now, can be found here. The syllabus, a brief video about myself, can be found here. And then VoiceThread tutorial, which we'll talk about in a minute, can be found here. So let's first look at the syllabus. So on the syllabus page, you can I have it either just in plain text on here, or you can download a copy here. Okay, good. So here we have the syllabus, and this is a pretty big overview of everything that we're going to be doing within the course. So here is the information, the course number, name, economics, labor markets, spring 2019, me, online course. You have my email here. Now this will be the best way to get in contact with me. I do work for the government full-time, and so if it's during the day, I may not be able to respond right away, but I usually am pretty good responding within a day to all emails. Now, in addition to that, I will also have office hours, and the office hours will be on Tuesdays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. I'm also open to making an appointment if that time doesn't work for you. Now, these office hours will be held on WebEx, and there will be a link within one of the modules, and so you'll be able to see that there. Prerequisites. The textbook, Modern Labor Economics, Theory and Public Policy, the 12th edition. It's published through Taylor and Francis Publishing. The information is there. It's a really, really good book, and if you get one that's an edition or two earlier, you should be okay with that. I would recommend getting the most recent edition, but if you don't, it's okay. So the course description and the learning objectives you can find here. So as I mentioned, the course is being administered entirely online, and everything you will find, you will need to find, will be found on the Canvas website. You'll be able to find all assignments, lectures, quizzes, outside work, so forth. Now, you can work ahead if you want, but the ability to do so is going to be a little bit difficult. And the reason why is that I only release the work 1 week ahead of time. So when the semester starts, the first and second week will be available, and then after the first week, the third week will become available. After the second week, the fourth one will become available, and so on and so forth. Now you can work ahead, but certain things you can't submit until the appropriate time. For example, the VoiceThread assignments, which I'll talk about. Now, every week runs from Monday through Sunday, and unless it's otherwise noted, the assignments will be due by the end of the day on Sunday. And the big exception to that is the VoiceThread assignments, which I'll talk about in a second. So here we have the course grade breakdown, we have weekly voice thread assignments, quizzes, exams, a cumulative final exam. And then we have our grading scale here. All right, so let's talk about the voice threads first. So during most of the weeks, the students will be required to do discussions through the VoiceThread website. And I'll show you that in a second. So there's 2 topics you post each week. By the end of the day on Wednesday, you are to post 1 original comment. Okay, so your input to whatever question is being asked. So from Monday through Wednesday, you're to come in and leave that comment. Then, sometime between Thursday and Sunday, you're to come back, listen to the comments, and directly respond to somebody else's. And when you respond, you can agree or disagree, although if you disagree, I ask that you're just respectful in your disagreement, or you can extend on it. So any way you go about doing that is up to you. So it's really just responding to one specific post. Now, there's also going to be quizzes that are going to be administered during most weeks, and they're going to cover what is in that week's lesson. Now, there are no makeup quizzes, and so if you miss one for any reason, you will receive a 0. The lowest 2 quiz grades, however, will be dropped at the end of the semester. So there are 12 quizzes, so your grade will be made up of the 10 highest. Exams. There are 2 exams that are going to be given during the semester, the midterm and the final. The midterm is going to be worth 30 points, or 30% of your grade, and the final is going to be worth 40% of your grade. Okay. The exams are going to be essay form, and you will have a choice of questions. So, for example, it'll be 6 out of 7, 6 out of 8, 7 out of 9, 7 out of 10, whatever it is. So within that, just make sure that you're being very specific with it, your answers, and staying on point with it. And I'll give more guidance as we get closer. Now, as far as missing an exam is serious. For the midterm exam, there are no makeups. And so if you miss an exam for an excused reason, the weight of that midterm will be put towards the final. But an excusable miss, I consider to be something medical related or some sort of an emergency where you just can't do it. And if that's the case, just make sure you let me know immediately. Emailing me a week after it was due and saying I couldn't do it because I was sick, okay, but I need some sort of documentation for that. The exam dates are here. Academic integrity. This is an online course, and so you can be tempted to work together. I cannot emphasize enough not to do this. It is very important that you do not cheat and do not work with others. If you have any special accommodations that need to be made, here's the information for the disability services, who will then contact me. And here is the overview of the course. And so each week we're going to have a chapter. The lectures are going to be covered within that chapter, and then you're going to have assignments associated. In some weeks, you'll have a discussion only. In some weeks, you'll have a quiz only. But for the most part, you're going to have quizzes and discussions each week. So it's really important that you follow along with these and make sure you keep up with everything. Spring break week, there is no assignments. Go have fun, whatever. And the final exam is due on the 5th. So let's go back here and take a look at the course in Canvas. So again, the course is entirely in Canvas. Everything you need is going to be in here. The voice thread, which I'm going to show you an example of in a second, if you click here, you will be able to see a tutorial, some information about how to comment. There's a video here, and so forth. Let's go back here. So now, again, each week there is a module that will be posted. And within each module, there's going to be an overview and assignments and the lectures. So let's look at the lectures first. If you go into the lectures, you'll be able to see that I have pre-recorded lectures for each topic. You can either view them within the window here, or if you click on the title, it'll open the actual YouTube page that it is hosted on. So you'll see everything within there as far as the lectures. If we go back here, and then there's also a overview and assignments part. And so for each week, you're going to have the weekly learning goals, what the assigned reading is, and then any assignments. So the assignments, I'll show you where else to find them in a second, but if you get to it, you'll be able to link to them directly within here. So for example, VoiceThread discussion 1. So let's click on that. And so within voice, you shouldn't have to do this. I believe it'll already go through, but because I'm viewing this from a different way. Okay.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the first.
And so you're going to see the VoiceThread within here. And let me see if I can just click off this. There you are. And so as you post your comments, you'll be able to see them along here. If you want to respond directly to someone, you can click the little reply button here. Don't click on this locked one for the private reply, because then I cannot see it. But then if you just want to make a general comment, you click down the bottom, that plus sign, and click either the video screen or the microphone to make your comments. If we go back in here, actually let me go back to, let's go on to week 2 for a second. So then starting within week 2, you will have the quizzes. You'll just click on the quiz and it'll open up. It may not open up for me because I'm not technically registered as a student of the class. No, it doesn't. So you'll be able to start it, and then once you start it, you will have 30 minutes to complete it. If you have any kind of technical issues, make sure you email me immediately so that I can take care of that. So again, this is the main area. If you go into the Syllabus tab over here, it'll have a good breakdown of the due dates. Now, I will say this, for the VoiceThread discussions, it's only going to give you the final due date. And so just make sure you make the initial one by Wednesday. So again, you make an initial post by Wednesday, respond to somebody else by the end of the day on Sunday. If you go into the modules, it's going to be the same as above. If you go into the assignments, you'll be able to see all the assignments. And so you'll have what they are, when they're coming up. And so it'll really help to give you a good way to plan ahead. And then if you go into the grades, you'll also be able to see your grades for the course. So let me bring it back up here. So that's the course. Again, I know I had to go through all of this quickly, but it's really, the goal is really just give you an overview of Canvas, where everything is, how to get to where you need to. But the biggest thing within this course is that you ask questions if you have them. Right? So make sure that you reach out to me whenever you have a question. It can be just a question about the material, how to do an assignment, whatever it is. So again, I will have my office hours for you to stop by. So if you have any questions, let me know. And if not, good luck and have a great semester.